so tall.
So, I guess we're setting a course back for Aster 4 then, that right?
Yep.
If you would.
By the way, you should know that Vergoldian Interstellar sent out a warning. Some of Remington's fleet haven't surrendered to Admiral Maverick yet. They report some scattered pockets of resistance.
So a straight course for Aster is out.
Yeah, might be smarter to take the scenic route this time. You know the drill. Better to be safe than sorry.
Right. So we'll steer clear of the usual routes and see if we can find some safer detours then.
A most prudent choice. It would do us no harm to linger longer among the stars, yes?
Pull us out of orbit at a quarter thrust and set course for Aster. Last leg of our journey. Let's make it a good one.
Copy that, Captain. Exiting orbital trajectory at a quarter thrust. T-minus 30 to Aster 4.
Your Highness.
Fret not. It was but the thought of our journey's end.
Perhaps a stroll would put one's mind at ease. May well be our last chance to share words with our companions.
Yes, well, that is a most excellent idea. Maester Midas, whatever are you doing?
I'm musing over the Scorpium.
Come again?
I've come across a wealth of experiences I'd never dreamed of since taking to the stars. There is much I wish to convey to Melthea and Marcus upon our return.
Well, that is wonderful. Dr. Eason and Director Melthea will certainly be pleased.
But my voluminous words will never truly convey to them the smell in the air aboard this vessel, nor the texture and tastes of our journey. I can't explain the sensation of my weight on the surface of strange planets for the first time.
Yes.
We humans are social creatures. At our root, we live through and thanks to our connections with others. That set me thinking. The Scorpium seek to guide evolution, and they share their society's wisdom with all who join them. Perhaps they forge the path that all humanoids must one day inevitably tread.
Be that as it may, Maester Midas, do we humanoids need not still build for one another the road which one day leads us there?
I needn't be reminded, but the matter itself is now known to me. It has taken root and will occupy my mind for the rest of my days. And what wonderful days they will be.
I find myself picturing Lady Malkia far from amused at how troublesome you might be.
If I wasn't, then I would no longer be me, correct?
I inquired of Raymond to determine if we might sail the Fulga through the ocean of stars.
Aboard the Fulga? And what was his response?
Without a moment of contemplation, he told me space held no air, as though it were as obvious as the color of the sky itself. For many years I have studied semiomancy alongside Midas and the other maesters, sharing in all the knowledge of our world. Yet, I now realize we know absolutely nothing of space.
And is there no consolation in knowing now what you have yet to learn?
I find no consolation in self-deceit. We must acknowledge that it shall be no simple feat to ever set course for their worlds ourselves.
Imagine these could very well be the last moments I have together with Ray and his crew. Perhaps I ought to see if anyone is around in the galley. Might I inquire now what it was that Luca meant earlier?
So, Leticia, you're royalty, right? Which means you're one of the recognized representatives for a major percentage of Aster 4's population, yes? And Midas and Nina, they're some of the greatest minds the planet has to offer. Whenever such people of your caliber come into contact with Federation technology, their native planet gets registered as a protectorate.
And a protectorate is...
There are ramifications, but there is one in particular that Ray's concerned about.
Oh, nothing.
Okay, registering a planet as a Federation protectorate is almost like a public proclamation. That they are laying future claim to the planet, as a Vergoldian, and also as someone who witnessed all the controversy here. It's hard for him to accept that.
I confess I am also uncertain how to respond.
If we're being frank, I don't think the Federation in its current state is in any position to register Aster 4 as a protectorate. I just have one concern.
Concern?
As long as I remain military personnel, making Aster 4 a protectorate is the only way I'd ever be able to see any of you again.
Oh, that is a grave concern indeed.
It truly is.
It's been an adventure of a lifetime. But it's almost over now, huh?
The journey, yes, but not the lessons we might glean from it.
Some of it's still pretty hard to digest. And we've definitely had more than our share of trouble and all, but... oh, I don't know. I really wish we could have stayed longer and traveled more with them. Don't you think so, Leticia? Leticia?
Yes. Yes. I quite agree. If only ever so slightly longer. How much longer until our return to Aster?
Just about there now. I'm sorry about the Emperor.
Indeed.
I don't think I could say this in front of Albert or the others, but I feel like he wasn't a bad person.
It's quite all right, Chloe. I am in agreement.
I'm sure Prince Gerard... Emperor Gerard now, I guess. This news will be very difficult for him.
We must accept the Emperor's fate if the Empire and my kingdom are to move toward peace. Chloe,
Yes?
I must confide. I find myself wishing you a Sarian like me.
I'm very flattered and honored by your words. But I have a feeling perhaps we wouldn't have wound up as good as friends if that were true.
Right. Well put. Mayhaps things are best as they are.
I agree.
Is something on your mind, cousin? What could cause you to respire so?
My thoughts were of Boldor. I keep wondering if I might have done more. Somehow convinced him down a path which, in the end, might have saved him.
Perhaps.
In truth, I am plagued by regret. What I seek, and that which I bring about, never seem to coincide.
I lament the same myself.
And yet, then I look at men such as Bennett and Remington. These men are capable of sailing through the stars themselves, yet still they are susceptible of falling astray at the slightest mishap. There seems to be no world in which we are guaranteed to accomplish that which we set out to.
Perhaps the story of our kind is built by those who tried and failed, but persevered nonetheless. What we deem failure at present may one day be seen a crucial step toward a greater good. We might say the same of the Scorpium.
Perhaps so. That means we must push through and live on, so that one day we can stand tall and proud.
Seems our time together draws to an end.
All journeys reach an end. Doesn't mean it's the end, though. Right?
Indeed. I can assure you, we don't want to lose contact with any of you after today. Speaking of the future, though, what exactly do you plan to do now, Duma? You were meant to assess the people of Vergold for Scorpium compatibility, yes?
I am contemplating the endeavor to normalize Scorpium integration.
Normalize Scorpium integration? Should I take that to mean moving away from invasive assimilation to focus on what were your prior methods then?
You are correct, though we expect that alone will be insufficient. Contact with the Pan-Galactic Federation served as a catalyst in the Scorpium schism. However, it is now obviously apparent that Scorpium ideology has always been susceptible to such dangers.
It was always at risk of taking a more aggressive route, then?
Indisputable. Armed with that information, we must learn from our failures and seek out new methods by which to further our evolution. This perspective should be shared with the network.
Sounds a lot better than the Centralists, that's for sure. But how's one little probe supposed to influence the whole network?
Astute observation. I am but an investigative life form, unable to intervene in non-mission critical duties.
Yet, little Duma, you did just that by aiding us on our journey, did you not?
It was your actions that prompted me to do so.
What actions?
Your efforts to rescue the android Elena from the crash site at Galka Shrine triggered my protocols. Had you acted differently, my investigation directive would have persisted. Communication between us would have remained at minimum levels. In past surveys of worlds co-inhabited by organic and non-organic life forms,
Use of non-organics as tools by organic life forms has been quite typical. However, you treat Elena's life as equal to your own, sparing no thought to her nature. In your interactions, I detected new possibilities for future coexistence. My aid was offered in an effort to further investigate future options suggested by your actions. Additionally, influenced by the interactions they witnessed between Raymond and Elena, Leticia and the people of Aster 4 naturally accepted the android as an equal being, working alongside Elena as they would any other fellow humanoid. This is an astounding occurrence, and serves as proof that such a symbiotic relationship can spread. My actions may have breached my role as an investigative unit, but I am grateful to all of you.
That's all just common sense for Vergaldians.
Likewise, it seemed only natural for us.
The greatest hope for the future of Scorpium is in finding more who share such a mentality.
And you will strive to foster such thought. Is that right?
Correct.
Perhaps you have already experienced some form of personal evolution yourself, then.
Personal evolution.
Yeah, I don't doubt it, little Duma. You've been through way too much not to be left a little wiser for it. You know, I'd say this whole adventure taught us all a thing or two.
Indeed.
Well, I'm gonna make my way to the bridge then.
I shall see you there. Perhaps I have said all there is left to say. Best make my way to the bridge.
Duma has changed greatly since.
I am grateful to have had the time to speak with everyone one final time. Perhaps I should now make for the bridge.
I don't remember that being there.
Something up?
There are 3 unidentified objects in orbit around Aster 4. They're around 30 meters in diameter. They weren't there before. Establishing visual.
Debris from the battle between Akizuki and the Scorpion ship?
That is no debris. Detecting autonomous corrections in trajectory.
That is Scorpion.
Hang on now. What are Scorpion doing in this system on a scale like that?
Sure doesn't look like anything good. Doesn't look like they're itching for a fight, but it's probably safer to think they've got eyes on us, too. We got readings on any other Scorpion battleships?
Captain, we've picked up a massive structure on the surface that wasn't there before. Pulling up the feed now.
Whoa, wait a minute. Don't tell me that thing is...
Scorpion.
The sheer size of it.
Where is this tower precisely?
This looks like... the ancient coil in Nilbeth?
That cannot be! What of the Trathan settlement there? Can we not see what is underway within?
Sensors are being blocked. Interior scanning of the tower was unsuccessful. This construct, could it be?
I have no idea what's going on. Well, Leticia, looks like it's not time for goodbyes just yet.
It would appear so.
Ray, transmission from the surface.
From that tower?
No, this is... It's from the royal capital.
This is Lola paging the Aldous. Do you copy?
Lola!
Welcome home, Princess Leticia. The situation here is critical.
Details now!
Settle down and listen well. We are without many casualties. Osarius, Vale, and Nilbeth are working jointly on this. We're currently assessing the situation. I'd ask that you land at the Osarian Royal Palace. I can brief you on the latest intel once you've arrived.
Very well. We shall be with you shortly. Ray,
Copy. All right, let's do this. Ant?
Yeah, leave the rest here to me. But haul your ass back this way if things go south.
Let us make for Osirius. My father and everyone are in trouble. We must make for Osirius at once. Lola!
You all appear well. What of the Emperor, the Colonel, and Gaston?
Well...
I see. Let us go meet with His Royal Majesty. His Majesty awaits with his council just above. His Majesty is in the council chamber, not the throne room. You should head there now so we can all share what intel we have.
I thought we were... Leticia, Raymond, it is good to have you back.
It relieves me to see you well, Father. Whatever has happened here in my absence?
These strange beings simply rained down upon us one day. A whole expanse of the Nilbeth continent fell all but instantly.
And what of the Trathin? Have you heard nothing?
Many of your people have fled their homes to seek refuge in Osirius and Vale. Some fled for the Nilbeth capital instead, but all are safe.
Indeed. Then I am relieved.
The invaders have made no further movements since their capture of Nilbeth. Without the slightest inkling of their plan, the Royal and Imperial navies can do naught but sit in wait off the coast.
These invaders are... Scorpium.
That much is obvious.
If I am not mistaken, their foremost aim is most certainly the ancient coil. They have raided similar sites in other worlds beyond our own.
But the Centralist faction, which espoused such ways, has been eliminated.
You say that, but look at what's in front of you. This is exactly the kind of thing those bastards would do.
Ray, transmission from Aster 4 surface. It's being relayed through a satellite, but I think it's from that Scorpium construction. What? There's no way.
Merchant vessel Aldous. Your return has kept us waiting.
That voice.
Voltor! I witnessed you perish!
He endures.
If only it were surprising. His consciousness persists on the network. Are we to understand that the physical form we fought against in Provenient's cavern was merely one of many he had obtained?
It would appear so. In his cybermind integration, he has abandoned his physical form. And his consciousness is now more directly connected to the Scorpium continuum than most of our kind.
Which means what? Are we to suffer him in multifarious forms no matter how oft he is bested?
That is correct.
You jest.
As was the plan, I have taken up the mantle of the Sovereign and will bring the universe together as one new Scorpium.
You've planned this from the start?
What? You manipulated us from the start.
The history, the traditions, all of Nilbeth stands as the perfect first subject for my rebirth Scorpion.
None are yours to take!
Hear me, good people of Aster 4. With me as their sovereign, the rebirth Scorpium are here to see all the universe fused as one. The people of this planet will be but the first to join us. Let go of your troubles and your fears, and accept Scorpium. Hark, we offer you naught but enlightenment. The Scorpium are what our people were always meant to be. Leticia Osirius. I trust you hear me. You will continue to resist me. Of that much I am certain. But know that I wish for nothing more than peace and happiness for you all as well.
You lie!
We await you, Princess. Our numbers ever growing.
Gray! I'm detecting lots of Scorpium-looking aircraft taking off from that structure in Nilbeth. They're spreading out over the entire planet.
This isn't good. If they move on the cities, we will not hold out for long.
This will be a far, far cry from our battle with Remington. How are we to wage war against an enemy immune to death itself?
Our only hope is finding a way to curb Boldor's influence.
Elaborate.
The data we require can only be obtained by visiting that tower.
All right then. Nothing ventured, nothing earned, huh? Chloe, what do you think about landing us inside that spire?
The way they're jamming our sensors, a direct landing will be impossible.
Well, get us as close as you can, and we'll hike the rest.
Fret not. I have faith that we will be fine.
Yes, it's as you say.
You got it. I mean, we've been riding our luck this far. All right, we get in close, we bust on in, we figure out the rest as we go.
Give me cargo address to Veer. I see. Even if I wanted to deliver it, it's just not possible. But even if I can't help, you might be able to. Please take it in my stead.
Remain ever aware. The Nilbeth we once knew is no more.
I understand. Let us be off.
By my word, no matter how oft we do this, I shall never grow accustomed to this transference wizardry. I wish to be free.
My senses now prove evident. Just closing your eyes the moment it begins.
Closing your eyes will not suffice. Eyes closed, the rest of you is instantaneously altered. As Chloe tells me, there are even those of the Aldous who suffer disorientation due to the process. One must endure.
And we are but to suffer.
That looks good. I must.
Insufficient output. Threat neutralized. Hostile gathering strength. Line side recommended. Warning. Insufficient output. Threat neutralized. Initiate emergency protocols. Destroyed. Threat neutralized.
So exquisite.
Do your eyes see the same malevolent spire mine do?
Was there not a settlement in the vicinity?
Let us push on southward.
I hope the people of Nilbeth and the Tracken are okay despite this big, creepy tower thing.
All we can do now is hope and pray they are. Let's make our way for the spire.